Welcome to an impromptu edition of NCIX Tech Tips. We actually did an episode a little while ago. I'm not sure when Slick's going to edit this, so I have no idea how much time there will be in between them. But we had one of his friends come in and be our special guest on can the average gamer tell the difference between running games at 60 Hz and running games at 120 Hz. So we decided at the time, because he only got 1 out of his 5 blind taste test runs correct, we decided we should do a follow-up of can Linus tell the difference between 60 Hz and 120 Hz? Because Harrison, our guest last time, had 0 experience gaming at 60 Hz versus 120 Hz. He also had 0 experience with our test bench, this monitor, this game. He'd never played Battlefield 3 before. So we were just kind of throwing him in going, can you tell instantly? Or is it harder to say? So Harrison has my phone where he's waiting for tweets to come in. So it's going to be 5 random tweets again. I'm not going to see what setting I'm playing at each time. I'm going to hold up the sign there and we're going to go. So Slick, keep that camera rolling and just show them what the 5 settings are going to be. I have no idea what they are. So Slick's going to focus the camera. I'm not looking at our studio monitor right now, which is actually not facing me that much. So he's going to go ahead and change it or not change it. And I'm not looking at that iPhone that Harrison just put down. You guys are making it very easy for me to cheat, but I'm not going to do it. So guys, just as a run through again, our test bench is a GTX 680 Lightning from MSI. We're using their M-Power board with a 3770K processor. This is Battlefield 3 single player. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can tell the difference and how long it takes me. Okay. This is my guess for this one. Go ahead, do the second one. Not going to watch, not going to watch. So it's very important that we actually do 5 runs in order to tell if it's a random occurrence or not, because Harrison got 1 of them right, but got 4 of them wrong. Had we only done, say, for example, 2 runs, then it would look like he has a 50% accuracy rate. Whereas the more runs we do, actually the better of an idea of what's going on we're going to get. So basically anything less than probably 80 to 100% accuracy on this would mean that even though I claim to be able to tell the difference, and usually I think I can, it's possible that I can't tell the difference at all. Okay, how are we doing here? Let's see if I can find some baddies to shoot or something. I don't know, he might have cleared this room already. Apparently I gotta follow that guy, but I'm gonna go ahead and make my guess. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going on this time. Okay, go ahead. We're going to do 3 more runs here, guys, and we are finding out the results at the same time as you. Well, potentially like a week before you, but like in terms of we don't know the answer until the end of the episode the same way that you do. And I'm sorry there's so much filler material of me just going like this, but the reality of it is this experiment could be faked if we don't do it in real time with the camera rolling in 1 shot. So we want to prove to you guys whatever result we get is the accurate result, and we are not messing around with any of it. So one of the ways that I'm able to, I think, quickly be able to tell is by looking around quickly. So I can look for how much of a delay is there. I think this is this. When I look quickly versus how much of a delay is there when I look quickly with a 60 Hz monitor usually feels a little different to me. So again, this is the kind of thing that can be a placebo effect where I can go, yeah, gaming at 120 Hz makes a huge difference, but it's possible I could be wrong. Now remember, guys, most of the benefit of a 120 Hz monitor such as this one comes from the use of something like NVIDIA 3D Vision. This is a light boost ready monitor, and 3D Vision simply won't run on a 60 Hz monitor because it has to be able to do 60 frames per second to each eye. Okay, so let's go ahead. See if I can tell what's going on here. Oh, okay. There we go. What do we got next? Last one, guys. Let's find out if I can do this or not. And if I can, that doesn't mean I'm some kind of a superhuman. I just have quite a bit of experience with these. So the fact that with my experience, if I get them all wrong, means that probably I can't tell, and I've been making it up the whole time. But if I get them all right, then it means that once you go 120 Hz, you probably don't want to go back. So he's doing his last one here. And then we will find out once and for all whether Linus from Tech Tips can actually see faster than most people believe the human eye can see. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. I am going to go with this one. So I would love for these guys to show me the results now. What do we got?
5 for 5.
I'm 5 for 5. So there you go. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good right now because apparently I'm some kind of like Superman. So we have the answers to 2 questions. Can the average gamer with no experience tell the difference between 60 hertz and 120 hertz? The answer is no, if you check out our previous episode. He didn't know. He hadn't tried it. In fact, it probably wasn't even quite a fair test because we sat him down in front of the test bench and it was running at 120 hertz to start for the very first run because we let you guys with your tweets pick what order we were going to, run the tests in. So that made it more difficult because he had no context whatsoever. Maybe we should have let him sit down at the bench for a little while, but who knows? What's a better experiment? I don't know. Maybe the scientists out there can tell me. However, me, with tons of experience with this monitor, tons of experience with this game, I've played this run through like 100 times. However, I don't think that's that much of a factor because I can tell in pretty much any game, at least I think so, and the evidence would suggest that I can. So I've got lots of experience. I was able to sit down and go, yes, that's 120 hertz. No, that's not. Very, very quickly, just based on the responsiveness of the screen, the responsiveness of turning around, how fluid the motion is, especially when enemies are moving around, fires going on, explosions are going on. If you have the graphics horsepower to drive more than 60 FPS in your game, I think it stands proven. If you get yourself a 120 hertz monitor, you will be able to tell the difference, and there is no going back. Thank you for checking out this episode of NCIX Tech Tips featuring the BenQ 2420TX, and don't forget to subscribe.